Indian companies need to adopt tech in a better way. That's the word coming in from Soumitra Dutta, Dean at Cornell University. In an exclusive conversation with 18 Hours Chief Editor News Supriya Shrinate, Soumitra also said that Indian startup ecosystem is yet to grow and it was essential that companies with good potential were allowed to grow. Take a look.
Technology is something which is a reality of life today. It's happening around us. It's progressing very rapidly. And Indian companies have no choice but to adopt technology. Now, India has had the good fortune of having a very vibrant information technology industry where we've had many local players, Wipros and HCLs and Infosys and other companies like them emerge from India. Now, these companies have mostly found their customers abroad. So I think where we have not done as well is really the incorporation of digitalization into the heartland of corporate India. Now that's an area where we need to increase, and I think that's where we are seeing increasing traction nowadays, where you need companies, both large and small, in India to embrace technologies much more actively inside the country.
What will fuel that embracing of technology in the heartland itself?
So I think, if you look at the technology sort of policies of a country, they really revolve around three dimensions. The first dimension is around basic infrastructure access, which involves infrastructure, involves skills, involves basic elements of how ready is a country to embrace technology. The second element is usage. So, you have technology, do you actually use it? So how much is actual usage by companies, big and small, by individual citizens? But the third one is the most important one, which is the actual impact. So does it actually lead to more better outcomes? Does it lead to actually better, more competitive business practices? So looking at all the three dimensions in terms of readiness, usage, and impact really are very important within in an industry.
Which are the sectors, according to you, that will be disrupted the most because of technology? I mean, a lot of focus and, at least in the public discourse, is on financial technologies, on banks, that kind of space. How disruptive will technology be for these sectors?
I think it will be enormously disruptive for all sectors. Only is a question of what is the pace of change. So the ones which have been affected the most are the ones which are more, let's say, information intensive. But even retail sectors now, what you're finding is where you have more, sort of more traditional physical products, you have all kinds of examples of digital disruptions emerging, which are very critical. So looking forward, I think the model that will be more successful with the blended models where you have the digital world and the physical world coming together. A good example is, for example, Amazon, which is still today very successful in the digital world, but now increasingly is opening real world stores. You have also Walmart, which is very successful in traditional stores, is going more in the digital space more increasingly. So the question really is blended models is the future, and that will happen in all sectors.
Not someone who endorses the whole theory that to survive in today's world you have to be only on digital. You do believe there has to be a blend of physical and the digital space, which brings me to the next question. A lot of people believe that the kind of innovation or the kind of digital disruption or technology disruption that one is seeing in the world of finance, big banks are at risk for their core businesses, whether it's cash transactions and other things like that, especially in India because we've had demonetization. I'm going to spend some time talking to you about that. Do you believe that these business models will be disrupted?
Absolutely. So I think, if you look at, for example, banks, the cost structures of banks often not align with the increasing habits of individuals. So typically on the retail side, the cost structures of having large bank branches is not often aligned with the habits of people who might actually not want to go to bank branch for conducting transactions. Now, banks have also had this increasing pressure of sometimes poor decision making with regard to taking risks and leveraging the entire asset base tremendously, much more than what is required. So I think in banks' cases, technology is an important player, but I would say it's not the only player causing disruption in the industry.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/ETNow.